a lot of free throws potentially down the stretch.
Yeah.
Still a full 5:24 remaining.
And Daniel's been involved in a lot of plays defensively, but that's another factor why I say he plays older than what he is, because he's able to play defense without drawing too many fouls.
Barrion, around Rive.
Yeah, you're going to look for the charge, but you're also going to get situations like you just ended up in where you're getting touch fouls trying to defend him.
And Tucker 0 for 6 from downtown. So you're right, until they finally make one.
Just one.
Now a 5-point game. Obviously, Tucker will take their time with no shot clock as you check out Coach Forts. So they'll have to put some sort of pressure at some point. Thank you, Alfredo, for checking in. Certainly Tri-Cities is still in it. Drive and penetrate. Playing behind the line all game. So you want him to run and press. Yeah, they'll pick up this pace soon enough, no doubt. Down half a dozen, under 5 to play. Looks like a 2-3 zone, maybe a 3-2 zone.
Yeah, and you look at as Johnson takes that long three again, and Agbu secures the basketball. And I talked about it last game. I wanted guys, people that are watching right now, to zone in on one player defensively, offensively, because it's a teaching point. Right now, I want you guys to zone in on number 4 for Tucker, Hall. Defensively, you don't see this much. He's in the zone in the middle, and he has his pistols out. His pistols allow him to see both sides of the court, see if somebody's flashing, and also the indicator if he's in a good position. Do your study about the pistol. You don't see it much, but Hall was able to show his pistols and was in a great position defensively.
And he's got 4 fouls, so he's doing a nice job
Yep.
and staying out of that foul trouble. Still a 6-point game. Plenty of time. They dump it down low, and Monte Hall is just fouled out. We spoke about that. He was doing a great job, but with 4:35 remaining, a little push, and that'll do it for the guy leading all scorers with 14.
And he saw somebody flashing in front of him. Drop your hands, and you push. You can't do that. You got to let them flash and keep your hands straight up, because you risk and you jeopardize getting fouled out, and you find yourself on the bench right now.
Monte just a junior, so this is not the last time he's walking off this court. Frustrated for sure, but a really good day. 5 of 8 from the field, 14 points, 3 rebounds, 4 of 4 from the foul line. And Titus Hunter, the senior leader, puts the first one down to get within 5.
Composure. He's at the free throw line, has the composure. Made me miss this one, but you can tell he's settled right now. Has that composure at the free throw line.
Look at that rebound cleared by Gideon. What a game. What a performance by David. Now 9 and 8.
Oh, Tucker comes up with a self-damaging turnover at that point. You don't want to see that. But going back to Gideon is a player that doesn't even need to receive the ball in order for him to play hard. He's going to play hard regardless. It's just a cherry on top to see him scoring tonight.
Johnson kicks it out. Here's Peyton Daniels. He's been really good. Down low. We've got a lot of traffic in front of us. And looks like we're going to stay right here as Watson started going down the other way, thinking his team had the ball, or he does. There's Nick coming to inbound. Full court pressure. Today's game also available for all subscribers via the NFHS Network Live mobile app for Apple devices. Download the app from the App Store today. Start watching live games wherever you are. And they just do get it over.
And Daniel does a great job, full court press, what you're supposed to do in that full court press. When you get up on them, you make that offensive player switch and rotate the ball. And he did that great job. Even got a deflection, almost came up with it still.
Agbu. Almost stolen away by Bean. Here is Nate with those 4 fouls. Puts it up, no good. Transition going the other way, Daniels. Peyton with 12. 4 of 11, though, from downtown. 4 of 16 overall. Johnson.
Too much hand.
And I believe the foul called on Nick Watson. If so, that's just his first. DeMarcus Johnson, the senior, or pardon me, yes, the senior looking to make some things happen here and get within a possession.
And obviously we know this is the state championship game, but now you're starting to see it. Now you're starting to see the game and get a little chippy. Players are knocking the ball out of each other's hand because you want to see that chippy. You want that edge a little bit. That intimidation factor is real, and you want to sometimes do that. And right now you see both teams being chippy as you see the Tucker guy bumps into Johnson at the free throw line.
You're exactly right. Raylan Berrien jumped into Johnson, and Johnson complained to the official, "Who's your MVP?" Maybe you don't know yet, but join the conversation. Comment below with your pick for MVP. I'll tell you, this is not cut and dry at all. I think whoever plays the best plays the best 3.5. Still plenty of time. No reason to foul. It's a one-possession game. Oh, and you see Peyton Daniels basically saying that Berrien just fell. I didn't do it.
Nah, that's a correct call. A little too aggressive on the press. You got to know, if you're going to press up, you got to know, too, when to release. You can't always apply 100% pressure. You got to know if you're going to apply that 100% pressure and you feel that offensive player leaning a little bit, release so you're not prone to getting that foul.
The officials again, JT Turner, Bill Waters, and Jack Hudson doing a phenomenal job. Here is Berrien. You see his numbers. He's been really good off the bench, the young freshman. Big free throw. You must hit your free throws to win a state championship. He's now 2 for 2. We'll make it 3 for 3. Has a steal.
I tell you, Justin, I tell you, they should really double charge everybody in the attendance because this has been a heck of a game, and they are getting their money's worth from this performance from both teams so far.
Gideon just sort of stood there, and that was either going to be a charge or no call. Wound up being a bucket. 3-point game, threes are wild. 3 minutes to go in Macon. A state championship on the line would be the first for Tri-Cities.
And you can see Tucker right now. They're not going to force anything. They're going to stay out on this perimeter right now. This is when I agree that your offense needs to extend. Extend your offense, get the passing, make Tri-Cities come out, and then that's when you're able to attack.
Timeout called. They will have 1 remaining. Tri-Cities with 2 remaining. Both teams will go to the foul line on any foul. You see Monte Hall up cheering. He is fouled out. Coach Hartree said this journey throughout each season never gets any easier, but I'm honored to have made it to the state championship again. I told you how earlier he said he's not getting younger.
Yeah.
His best days may be behind him. This could be his last shot at getting another ring.
And I tell you right now, seemingly right now, they're ready to take this to the promised land if you're speaking of Tucker. They're doing all they need to do to win this game, but right now you have to finish it. How are you going to finish it? Hold the ball, force them to come out, extend their defense, but first and foremost, make sure you take care of that ball. No senseless turnovers right now. If you're Tucker, Tri-City, pressure them, look to double a little bit, but if you're going to send a double, you got to make sure that you bust your behind to get back in position and rotate.
And by the way, Coach Hartree played at Clark Atlanta before it was even Clark Atlanta University. It was Clark College in Atlanta when he played there. And when he was done, he worked as a corrections officer at the Georgia Department of Corrections. So this guy has been there, done there, tough guy. Yeah. Let's see if he can help his team close this out. As we approach 2.5 remaining. You see a lot of guys that did not start in the game now for the Tigers. We've seen a lot from Seals. Also Berrien.
Berrien's done a great job protecting the ball, too. Some stifling defense from Daniels from Tri-Cities, but Berrien of Tucker done a great job protecting and just been able to control the ball.
Oh, and we thought maybe it went the other way. Titus Henry politicking, saying, I didn't touch it last. Nick Watson to key it in. You see the assistant coach here saying, I know, I know. Each possession being magnified at this point. Here's Ogbu with his 4 fouls, guarded by Rives, a very good defender.
Yep.
Crunch time now as we get under 2 minutes.
If you're Tucker, you want the ball in the hands of Seals. Seals is someone that he has that experience, and he's not going to turn it over. He's going to make the right passes, too, and get the right angles to make those passes.
And the foul is called on Peyton Daniels, his 3rd. The double bonus. Raylon Berrien will step up again. He's 4 of 4 from the line. Again, just 1 assist for Tucker on 15 made baskets. Normally that doesn't get it done. Tri-City 6 assists on 12 made baskets.
Yeah.
And that rims out. Looked good at first.
I speak about fortitude, having that fortitude, the mental fortitude to finish games right now. And we're going to see if Tucker has that mental fortitude. We're going to see if Tri-Cities has the mental fortitude to come back to either tie this game up or to win it.
Missed them both. Tri-Cities has not had the ball for about a minute and a half here. They attack. Off the block, gets it back. Guard to guard. And they turn over, I think. No. I thought maybe Titus Henry, but that was batted, deflected out of bounds. 3-point game, $136. Look at Coach Forts. Appreciate you joining us here on the NFHS Network and Facebook Watch. He's Terrence Hill. I'm Justin Hanover. It's a good one. 3-ball. That was for the tie. No good. But Peyton Daniels races out, and they get another possession.
And the freshman's going to square it up.
That's short. Offensive rebound
Hunter,
again
the
by
big guy, coming
Hunter.
up with the rebound.
Johnson, a 3rd 3. And that goes.
Get the friendly
a minute
roll.
14 remaining.
The
Tie
crowd is
ball
going
game.
crazy.
They couldn't hit the first 2,
Yep.
but the 3rd finally just rattled on in. DeMarcus Johnson now with 10 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, only 2 of 8 from downtown, 2 of 14 from the field, but that second was absolutely huge.
Yeah, and Johnson, I don't care what nobody says, you got a relationship with that rim. Sometimes you got to talk to him and tell him that, you know what, I appreciate you. Johnson on that possession, he got the love from the rim at the touched a couple times and it found itself through the net. But it's one of those things. You can either shoot your team out the game or you're going to shoot your team in it. And you can tell Tri-Cities, they had a confidence that they will shoot themselves in this game if they continue to shoot.
They're at a pace they like at 41, but Tri-Cities is on a little bit of a run right here with 1:08 to go.
In other words, Tucker, they're in their zone. They're in a territory where they've been, and they keep games like this. Tri-Cities, you got to find a way right now to get this victory and something that you're typically not in, but from their performance, you can tell both teams are locked in right now.
The ball in the freshman's hand again, Berrien. A lot of contact, nothing called. He thought Watson still has not scored. Nick Watson, the region player of the year, had just 2 points in the semis. Averages 12, 1,038 career points. Can he possibly hit a winner? Boy, would that be fitting. With the ball now. They double. Rives comes over, stolen away by Hunter.
If you're Tri-Cities, it's not important for you to push
Demetrius
this.
Rives
But you know
off the
what?
window.
I'm going to push it away anyway if you're number 11 for Tri-Cities.
And a timeout is called. James Hartree able to call the timeout, but Demetrius Rives with the biggest bucket of his life.
You know what? Demetrius went against everything that the coach probably wanted him to do, something that I went against, and I was telling him to pull it back. Rives said, you know what? I feel comfortable in my one-on-one. I put it work at the gym, and I'm going to take this thing, and he finishes strong at the hole.
A 7-0 run. Look at Rives. Aggressive to the hoop. He goes over Gideon, and he's fired up. 14.6 to go. And a possible state championship for a team that Coach Forts has said is overlooked. Underrated and under-recruited. They are showing that grit and determination right now. They've held Tucker scoreless in the past 2:55. When you need defense.
And they're in a double bonus. If you're Tucker, you're in a double bonus right now. 0
for 4 in the game, 0 for 3 free throws, or pardon me, from the three-point line, and they will ice him.
Yep.
Omari Forts, good timeout. That is his last, but you've got to do it, don't you?
Absolutely. And you saw the Tri-Cities coach running towards the referee, signal for that timeout. You want to ice him as much because you know what? I can draw up a play right now. I freeze out the shooter, but most importantly, right now, if we get the rebound and they miss, we win, obviously, hopefully. But you're able to get 2 for 1 because you're able to call up a play out of this break.
What a day in Macon. What a tournament in Macon. What a season in Georgia high school basketball. This is the 15th game out of 17. We saw Lanier shock the world earlier and win a state title. Nick Watson, just 1 point. The region player of the year, averages a dozen. Has to come through here with 6.9 to tie things up at 43 and hopefully for Tucker force an extra 4 minutes.
And he wants this because Nick Watson was actually coming down. He's the one that had the turnover before, but then he comes back and redeemed himself.
6.9. Johnson, the clock running down. He's going to take it himself for a championship.
Wow.
Oh,
Big
baby!
Johnson.
DeMarcus
Big
Johnson
shot, Johnson
has just won it.
Big shot, Johnson. The hole and see if you get it 2. But he just pulled up my
He
God.
called his own number. There was nobody else touching that ball. You can tell he took his time.
Yeah.
My, oh my. Macon, Georgia is the place. Tri-Cities is the victor.
visit the NFHS Learning Center.
Trophy presentation. Congratulations not only to the Tri-City Bulldogs, but to all of Hapeville, all of East Point. In College Park. What a phenomenal win. Celebration tonight. Oh boy. That was one of the best games. Not a lot of points on the board, but a defensive grinding battle where Tri-Cities defensively closed it out on a 10-2 run. Didn't allow a field goal at the end. The first trophy, the runner-up, went to Tucker. Certainly not happy about that, the way it ended, but congratulations to Coach Hartree and the Tigers for a great season. Again, they lost one of their better players before the year and showed the heart of a champion all the way to the final second. Tri-Cities will get their trophy, and this is for all of Hapeville, all of College Park, and all of East Point. Peyton Daniels was 4 of 17. DeMarcus Johnson was 3 of 15. And they fought through the adversity for this.
They did. Give it up for the guys, man. They fought hard. And even with that, man, this Tri-City might have the best crowd so far. This crowd is electric right now.
I can't even hear you, partner.
Exactly. This crowd is super electric. Give it up for Tri-Cities as they fought back to get this win.
Their first ever trip to the Class 6A Final Four, and they bring it home. Tri-Cities Bulldogs. 6 losses on the season, but how meaningless is that as they win the state championship and pose for the championship picture. Wow, what a first half of the day. We have 2 more to go, and it's going to end in phenomenal fashion, I assume, as well. Collins Hill and Westlake for the 7A title. Can the Lions go back-to-back? The number 1 team in the land, then at 7 o'clock. The McEachern Indians will face the defending champions in Meadow Creek at 7. Oh, boy. Stay right here. Chris and Brandon will have all of that. Thanks to everybody here. What a day so far. Stephen Lawler producing and directing. Unbelievable job in the truck with Ben Halpern as well. Great stuff on the cameras. Gary Peacock, Ian Russell, Brandon Mincy. What a job here. Game 16 and 17 coming up from Macon as this day continues to be phenomenal. The 2018-2019